Okay, you were saying something
Okay, so
about the
this is,
name
well, it's August
20th.
2020. I love saying that. Yeah, and we were looking at the reason we started recording this. I think because you said you really liked the nuance of the definition of what I was talking about, because we were talking about that printer, the scanner, and I said, "Oh, it's $150," and then we found one that was new but $80, and you said that. What did you say? That's a good price or
Yeah,
something like that?
good enough, something like that.
Yeah, a good price. I'm like, well, who is it a good price for? I mean, the person who found it, you found it, good. You found this for me, and you're thinking, oh, this is a good price. So you say that to me, and I'm like, well, it depends. And then you say something about, well, if it was 500, or what did you say then? You said,
Well, if it was 500, it wouldn't be a good price.
ah, and I said, well, that depends. If you're a millionaire and you have no care at all about price, you might, oh, 150, good. Get one for every room so I can have them wherever I walk. It'd be a great price for them, right? Or for me, like I'm considering 150 or 80. Are either of those a good price? Who's going to decide? Uh, it depends. Like if I'm going to use it, first of all, do I have $80 or $150 discretionary money that I could buy this with? That's the first consideration. So that's about me, right? Can I afford this? Then do I want, say I have the money, do I want to afford it? Do I think it's a good price for me? Well, it depends on my use of it. If I would like it so that I could scan multiple documents every day, then it would average out to being a tiny amount of money per use. But if I'm only going to use it 10 times a year, no, that would not be a good price for me. So it depends on my evaluation of it. So to say anything is a good price or a bad price, it depends. It's one of my two favorite words, which I haven't used enough. I don't think I've used it enough in our conversations. The two words when someone asks me in NVC, what about XYZ? I would often used to say, well, two words apply to that, and that's it depends. It depends on who's talking. It depends on what they're talking about. It depends on if they're self-referencing or not. It depends on if they're emotionally triggered or I am, or I mean, there's so many variables because life is variable, so many variables. So the more clear we can be about our perceptions and how we're seeing, the more information we offer to the person we're talking to,
Mhm.
right? And when we say, and then I was saying, it's like my jackals. I have two jackals. I have two jackals. They're with me all the time. Believe me, all the time. Sometimes they're howling and yowling and biting, and sometimes they're resting because I fed them that celebration food, right? But one is I named too much, and the other one is not enough. And usually they're talking at the same time to me, like, "Oh, that wasn't enough. That was too much. Oh no, it wasn't. That was not enough. Yes, it was. It was too much. No, that's too much. No, no. So sometimes they take turns, and the too much jaffle just says you're just too much. You just, oh, did you hear what I just called them?
No.
That brought tears to my eyes. I call them a giraffe.
A giraffe. They are what? Getting transformed into giraffes? Yeah.
I listen to them so much that they can put on giraffe ears.
They they can.
Then they become a giraffe or a jackaraffe.
Jagara, Jagara.
I once had a little animal, that was part jackal and part giraffe.
Oh.
I love that little animal. I used it a lot in my teachings. And one day, one time, someone fell in love with it. They just wanted it so much. It represented so much to them. And I weighed my use of that animal with the love that person had for it and the meaning that it had for that person. I don't remember who that person was now. I don't remember what training, but I gave it to that person. So I don't have my jack-giraffe. I don't have my giraffe. Someday I have the idea that someone's going to give me a giraffe or a jack-giraffe. I'll see one somewhere and say, oh, someone will make one. Could happen.
Yes.
So what I was saying about the perspective and the viewpoint is that the more that we can self-reference, we provide information to the other person about what's going on for us. You know, I think this would be something I'd like to buy that is within my price range. It provides more information and that's a good price. Yeah?
And I think when we use the self-reference, we are providing information also for us, because sometimes even ourselves don't know what we want or if that's good for us or not.
Yeah. And it is being out in that Rumi's field beyond ideas of right doing and wrong doing, beyond ideas of good and bad. There isn't a good price and a bad price ever, unless we're looking out the jackal window. In the jackal world, everything is good, bad, right, wrong.
Enough,
and
not enough.
Right?
Yes. So cool. So I just had an idea. Like we recorded like 5 minutes, 6 minutes. So I had an idea of stopping this one and put this on our YouTube channel. What do you think? Yeah? Okay, so I'm stopping now.